So, Britain's Got Talent, The Dog.
Yes.
Worthy winner, do we think?
Yeah, but we have to remember that on the stage wasn't just a dog. There was a human being
Really?
who was working very hard,
Yes.
Yeah.
and she was actually very talented as well, and she had trained a dog. But no, it totally shouldn't have been the dog. But you know, Simon wanted the dog to win, and guess what? The dog won.
I thought we were going for the swimming.
I was.
Yeah.
I really wanted them to win. But actually, their final performance, I think they'd been drinking the night before, so they couldn't really...
Well, they're probably swallowing the water.
Yeah, they couldn't be upside down,
She kept
sticking
too
a
much
leg out.
chlorine. There must have been a bit of tide in that box because one of them kept drifting out of the box into the other one. I don't know whether you noticed. She was completely behind one of the
bit
bars
windy.
at one point.
What are we saying about the fat opera singing guy? The one, a friend of mine says that he looks a bit like me if I had curly hair. What do you think about him? He's going to get a record contract. He's going to be a big star, surely.
Yeah, I think
even though he
so.
didn't win.
Again, they're all talking about him and not the girl that he was with. Maybe there's a intrinsic link there with Pudsey. But no, they pulled it out the bag. They did another great performance. But again, I just don't think everyone, the public on Britain's Got Talent now, want to see a variety act, not just a singer.
Something
Do you know what I
different.
mean? Yeah.
The thing is as well with Jonathan and Charlotte, whilst yes they were good and they catapulted into the public eye with 14 million viewers, I think they grossed on Saturday, 16 when we were on. I just thought it
Well said.
the Royal Opera House have come out and said they wouldn't even get an audition.
Really?
Absolutely. So it's that technicality of the singing ability. I mean, I loved him. I think he has got a beautiful tone. And you've got to remember they're only 16 and 17.
Yeah,
and
true.
your vocal cords are the absolute last part of your body to mature. Your ears and your nose keep growing. God help us, Vix.
Oh, wow.
But your vocal cords, they don't mature till you're well after 35. That's why opera singers are big like you, John.
Oh, thank you. Lord Cowell has already said all the judges are going to be back next year. What did we think of the judging panel?
David Williams still annoys me.
Should we have so
basically-
many dogs on the show, though? This is what I keep saying.
they get overrun with them, especially with the panel, don't they? Really, but Alicia, I mean, she's kind of become a bit of a veteran now on a judging panel, and she Amanda's just there as Simon's puppet, and Simon's Simon, so it makes the show, but. Yeah, no, I think gradually the show's going downhill, isn't it? The ratings are going down. We were having this discussion the other day that Susan Boyle, obviously, this was the big controversy as well, that Susan Boyle was on the show, and really it should have been Jai McDowell, but actually he was dumped last week by the label and by the management.
Well,
Is that a bit cruel?
normally the semi-finals gross, like, as I said when we were on, it was 16 million. There was 7 million.
Well, let's
Half of what it was.
briefly touch on The Voice before we wrap up. 4 kicked off. The one who looked a bit like Morticia, and the one who looked a bit like Jesus with the grey hair, and the other two, I can't remember the other two. What are we saying about The Voice?
I think the right singers have been picked. You've got Tyler and Jazz for Will.i.am, and Ruth and Leanne for Team Tom. Next week they cull another 4, and then it'll be the final, really, so there'll be final 4 left. So yeah, there's still controversy with Tyler James because he had a record deal in 2009, so that's annoying me, but he should be a guest artist, but
think
whatever.
Jazz has got pulled back now. He was the front runner. Ruth came up and she's just amazing, but how well did Leanne do on
Leanne
Saturday
was
night?
awesome.
Sorry
Good
she
stuff.
came in.
Guys, thank you very much, and thank you for coming on
Thank you.
every week.
Thank you.
And,
Welcome.
when there's another big reality TV show coming up, we're going to get you in, and hopefully we'll see you before that anyway. Graham and James, Father's Day. 18 minutes to 9, quiz coming up in 10, and the top 9 at 9 soon as well.